Animal testing has caused many controversies due to the fact that animal testing has been proven to be not essential to medical research. Also, the well-being and rights of these animals are overlooked because of the inability to speak up for themselves. The animals experience more suffering than we as humans could imagine. People believe animal testing benefits everyone, and that animals do not share the same rights as us humans do. Animal testing should not be allowed under any circumstance. It is immoral and very, very cruel. It has been proven that animal testing is not essential for medical research. Many states have made a law that any medical product must be tested by animals to avoid any reactions on a human. But within the last 50 years, animals have had no effect on the discovery of many resolutions to diseases. These animals are getting tested to provide results that never closely resemble the ones in humans. Discoveries show that animal experiments were not responsible for vaccines, any medicine, or anything that combated AIDS, chemotherapy, and many more. Also, alternative testing methods such as cell cultures studies produce more productive answers due to using actual human cells. Many centuries before, people have discovered answers to any medical situation without the use of animals and have been fighting to prevent the testing of these helpless animals. The well-being of these animals is unnoticed because they have no voice of their own. Any act of animal testing violates animals' basic rights, and experiments conducted on them are torturous and forced. These animals have no clue what they are headed for or yet to endure, but have no choice in the outcome, only because they lack a voice and sadly cannot make their cries for help known. Pick up any drug you've heard of, it was probably tested on an animal. This shows an unnecessary testing of these animals, putting them through so much for no benefit to them or anyone. Many animals have been put through practice surgeries, cutting, opening their backs, removing, replacing nerves, opening their brains, all just for practice, and putting all these animals through so much, and more times to none, leaving them with unfixable ways for living. For example, a test was on a group of monkeys, and the result left them in terrible shape. Many were missing hair, had multiple festering wounds, all because of a simple test that could have been run on just a small patch of skin, but instead left a group of monkeys in a sad permanent position. These animals were unknowingly forced through tremendous pain and suffering. Many animals are used through multiple types of experiments, discovering things such as aggression or sadness after various tests, showing that these poor animals are unwillingly showing aggressions towards each other only due to test negative responses. The poor animals are thought of as nothing more than disposable test tubes with whiskers. They have gone through testings of inhalation to see how long their lungs could last until being on the brink of death. They have been miserably fed poisons and used to demonstrate and practice surgeries just to test out new procedures and new equipment. These millions of animals experience tragic, life-changing, or sadly fatal events, all in the hands of a person who would never even attempt to do it on them or another human themselves. People believe animal testing benefits everyone and that animals do not share the same rights as us as humans do. But in all actuality, and us as humans and animals share a close-knit set of rights. Would anyone human want to be poked and hooked up constantly knowing no one was going to be able to help them? The truthful answer? No. Just because the animals cannot yell or scream for help or voice how they feel does not hide that they feel the pain too. They are thrown aside like a disposable bag, having no one to worry about their well-being or if their last breath will be forced or medically induced. I believe animal testing is very cruel and unnecessary. There's many of ways to test things other than just testing them on animals, by skin cells or everything. It just proves that animals are being tested for no reason, putting them through death and everything just because we can. Animal testing can be done away with, but for some reason it's not. I believe changes should be made to prevent these animals from being forced through all this stuff for no medical necessity whatsoever. I believe animal testing is very cruel and needs to be done away with, and these animals should have the same rights as we do and have the ability to avoid these things just as we do, even though they're not able to speak up for their own selves or have a voice of their own.